What it do? Y'all, what's good, my beautiful people? How are y'all doing this morning? I know I'm a little late. Arc just released its roadmap, and let's dive into it. Let's go over my thoughts and opinions on this roadmap that Wild card has released regarding Arc 2 and everything around Arc. Let's talk about it. All right, so first off the rips, we have been waiting a very, very long time for Arc 2 to be released. Arc 2 got announced like a few years ago, like what, 2 years ago, and then it happened, so you know it got pushed back a little bit on top of the launch of Unreal Engine 5 that they decided to move along with to release Arc on. So originally everyone was thinking that the game was going to be released in June. So yeah, with this roadmap, we do find out, and a lot of people in the community have been guessing it, that Arc 2 would be delayed until the end of 2024. That is very disheartening. I was getting hyped. I was ready to play some Arc this year. I needed something to grind, and just I was ready to dive back into it. But I mean, all the signs were kind of there with the release of the new season, with the release of that new map, and then them adding a new dino into Arc 1, with them dropping Arc 1 on Switch. All the signs were there that Arc 2 may not be releasing this year, on top of the news that the Unreal Engine 5 update for the game. So it all points to that the game wasn't going to, Arc 2 wasn't going to be being released this year, which we all kind of put together. All the signs were pointing to it. But, you know, as sad as we are, it's kind of a good thing that they also are trying to give us something to entertain us without, you know, with Arc 2 being delayed. I was really hoping this was going to be an April Fool's joke, so we'll see on the 2nd if this is an April Fool's joke. You know? But this whole article, like, this ain't a roadmap, this is a community crunch. So like, just a quick disclaimer for it all, like, this ain't a roadmap. Nothing has a fucking release date. The show and Arc 2, the two things we're waiting for, don't have release dates. This is not a roadmap. This is some depressing news, bro. Like, this is what they tried to clean up the name of that. But let's kind of go over some of the key points regarding Arc 2. So they don't want essentially Arc 2 to be a mess like Arc 1 is. So they're gonna give it some more time and say that it will be released at the end of 2024, which I don't think will be the case. I think they're putting that as just a placeholder date to give themselves time and room to work on Arc 2. But with reading through this and some of the things that they were saying, it makes you wonder how much of Arc 2 has been completed until this point, because they're releasing concept stuff on Twitter, and then they say don't expect a gameplay trailer this year. So theoretically speaking, they've been working on Arc 2 for like 3 years at this point. How much of the game has actually been worked on and complete, or is it just they're still in kind of the rough draft of the game to not even be able to give us a gameplay trailer or anything outside of the concept stuff this year? And the way that they make it sound reading through this is that there's some kinks and stuff that they're trying to get to understand how it works. As far as the new combat system, we recognize that Arc 2 has some pretty significant design changes from the original game you may not like as appealing to everyone looking at you. Souls like combat, primitive only, and strict third-party mechanics and overall system, which is why we feel is it essential to provide players with a fully next-gen version. Oh wait, never mind. They're talking about what I'm going to discuss next. But I think it's like in this paragraph up here that the delay is just it kind of makes you wonder how much of the game actually is complete, you know, or how much is it for them to delay it to the end of next year. Hopefully that's just a placeholder to get them some time to make sure that we're not making the same mistake that we did with Arc 1. So Arc 2 2024 release. So this is what we get kind of instead, and which was we kind of get. So what they're pretty much saying here is that due to a lot of people may not liking Ark 2, and it's designed that they want people to still enjoy what we liked about Ark originally. So they're going to be releasing the game for next gen, which is the Unreal 5 engine update to Ark. Which they are naming it Ark Survival Ascended. And with Ark Survival Ascended comes some Ark Survival Ascended bullshit. Now, don't get me wrong. All right, so first of all, the game is set to be released by the end of August 2023 this year, so we got a few more months to receive the game. It will be released on Xbox Series X, PC, and PlayStation 5 by the end of this. So that's kind of cool. The game will include the island, Survival of the Fittest, and the non-canon DLC map, which will be added to Ark Survival Ascended over time. For the Xbox and PC players, we will get a bundle, which is the Ark Respawn bundle, which includes Ark Ascended and Ark 2, which will be priced at $50, which honestly is not a bad deal. If you planned it on buying like Ark 2 anyway, you're essentially getting like Ark 2 and Ark Ascended together. So it's not really like a bad bundle here. It's like, shit, why not? I was gonna buy Ark 2 anyway, unless I was gonna get it through Game Pass, but shit, why not? So which is kind of a great thing. You know, it's not really such a bad deal here. PlayStation owners, I'm sorry, you guys are shit out of luck. You will not be getting this bundle. So this bundle will be purchased from the end of August up to 1 year, after which Ark Survival Ascended and Ark 2 will be sold separately. So you got a year, pretty much to the end of August, to be able to purchase this expansion. And the best part about this is that we get an exclusive 1 month closed beta of Ark 2 in 2024. So my thoughts on this, with this bundle, hopefully the bundle, wait, so like we're looking at like the end, so like sometime from, they probably try to milk this shit out. So I'm saying September. If the game is supposed to be at the end of the year, I'm saying Ark Survival, Ark 2 beta, September maybe. Or right before to get more people to purchase it that have it. So hopefully, you know, we don't have to wait too late in the year to get it. You know, so we're looking forward to this. It's not that bad. PlayStation 5 users will be able to buy it for $40. Okay, so this is kind of this is the part that I feel like Wildcard should fix. If a lot of us already own, me personally, I own Ark on Game Pass, I own Ark in Epic, I own all the DLC and everything through Steam, which I paid for, and I own it all on PlayStation, with all the DLC and stuff. So having to buy this shit a third time, all the DLCs and stuff again, it's kind of a shot in the face, right? So for $20, you can buy the Explorer Pass, which includes Scorched Earth, Aberration, and Extinction. Wait, I didn't even read it. Extinction come out at the first of the year of 2024, so now we actually gotta wait a long time for these maps that we've already played. So now, like, in order to get back, okay, so, oh my gosh, Wildcard has to rethink this. So essentially, which the big gripe with this is, I'm gonna try to get to the meaty stuff instead of kind of going too deep into this, because I kind of skimmed over it earlier. So what essentially is going to happen here is that with the release of this in August, the official servers for Ark is closing down on Ark Survival, and in Ark 1.5 will be getting the official servers. So it's kind of a force on a lot of people that play on the official servers to buy this game in order to play it. The problem with this is that all the expansions and everything will not be available upon launch, meaning that a lot of things that we're used to having and maps that a lot of people become accustomed playing to on official servers will not be available to them. So they have to re-wait for everything. Like we already had to re-wait for everything. So there'll be a lot of, I feel like, stuff we don't have access to that we became accustomed to using, and tames that we had fun using. Hello Shadowmanes, hello Skiffs, You know what I mean? So a lot of resources that we will not even be able to have for another year. You know what I mean? Because it drops in August, which we gotta wait till like what Extinction has snow owls, gotchas, all of this. So we like, the more I read this, the more my head hurts. We have to wait for Q1, which is like what, January, February, March, and then like for Genesis to drop, and then Q2 for like Gen 2. And no telling when like we get our maps like Lost Island, Fijidor, however you pronounce that, and stuff like that. Okay, so my next, but the bright side to this, I feel like they're gonna change this. I feel like the one thing, because this is a huge, we're closing down the official service for people who've been playing Ark for 5 years plus, becoming established on official servers and all of that, for everything to just go away. I feel like it's a huge slap in the face for a lot of people. A lot of stress is going to be brought upon for a lot of people, and then them thinking like, okay, I'll just buy the next expand. I will buy Ascended. We start over. You know what? Oh, I gotta buy the DLC again. So this is one part of it. I feel and understand that Wildcard needs their money. They need money in order to help keep moving forward with Arc 2. So maybe this is a way that they thought of something to be able to come up with the funds to be able to help with the progress of creating Arc 2. But I feel like it's a huge slap in the face for people who've been playing the game for this long. With the service closing down, that's bad news. With Arc 2 being delayed, that's bad news. You know what I mean? It's so, and then like paying all of this money for a game we've been playing all of this time. Like, yeah, we love the game, but this is a lot of money. You know, like there's $40 for DLC we eaten already bought. You know, so one thing that I hope for them to do is honestly either reduce the price of DLC. If you already own the DLC, give the DLC for free. That way that you slap a motherfucker in the face and you lighten the blow with a kiss. That will make a lot of people more happier versus you're gonna probably potentially turn a lot of people away who already have to put in mind that all my progress, I'm an alpha tribe on this server, whatever the case may be. Now I got to start over. Now I got to re-raise these gigas for 7 days to get them back to the number that took a long time of breeding to get them back there. You know what I mean? And or other tames, and then I don't even have access to all of these other tames and everything that I'm accustomed to having. You know, so we back to the BABs. So I feel like reducing the price of the passes could make a huge change. Drop them down $5 or something like that. So I'm sure you ain't got to complain. Everybody got a little $5. You know what I mean? Just miss out on a little Happy Meal. Or make it free. If you own the DLC for Arc 1, all of these season passes and stuff like that, give this out to people for free, which will lighten the blow tremendously. So hopefully after a lot of the backlash and stuff that the community has spoken on regarding this for Arc, that it has changed. But the thing I'm the most excited for, and I've been talking about in my stream because I just restarted playing Arc on my stream, gearing up for Arc 2, but now I guess we're gearing up for Ascended when it drops in August. Is the cross-platform multiplayer. I'm excited. I think this will be, if enough people and a lot of people come over and play, which I think it will. There's a lot of people on consoles. This is the one thing that I've been discussing. There's so many people on consoles. And then you look through the PC server, like there's so many people on Xbox Windows servers, and then there's people all over PlayStation, and then you know, and then you got the Epic people, and then you got the Steam people. Everybody playing different, but now you're bringing everybody together. Now you're bringing the tribes that thought they were the big ish on Xbox Windows servers, and then the big mega tribes that was on PC. Now you got all these tribes clashing together, building up and going against each other on top of all the people that were mega tribes on. So I feel like it'll be a fresh new experience where we like just everybody's together. That's gonna be, the servers are gonna be just it. Like servers are going to be lit. If a lot of people do not mind restarting over, the pull-ups and the content and the server wars and all of this fighting to become alpha on the server and getting and running folks back up off your server is going to be out there. So you know, so this is a huge thing, because one of the things was that I was part of a big tribe when it came down to PlayStation, boy, and I got a PC. I stopped playing. I wasn't actively playing Ark because I was playing on my PC. But now I actually be able to rejoin my tribe, and we'll be able to have fun and do stuff together. So I feel like this would be a fresh new thing to get a lot of people back into playing Ark, to be able to keep servers populated on top of the cross modding. So now we have modded servers that have a lot more people, which I'm looking forward to, because every time I open Steam, it's so hard to find a server because the servers are so underpopulated. So with cross-platform play, now it's easier to enjoy Ark because servers are more populated now. Hopefully they will become more populated if a lot of people do make this transfer over to playing it, which is a huge thing. So it'll be a huge refreshing, especially for a lot of us who missed the start of Ark and stuff like that, been able to fight for these spots and stuff like that. I feel like it'll be refreshing, new, and interesting, and really, really good content to have. But on the dark side of it, a lot of people put in a lot of time to do all of this building to get to where they're getting to, losing on official servers, losing all of this, which could cause a huge lot of people not wanting to come over and play Ascended, which I feel like could potentially be the case. We're talking years of grinding, years of getting things where they are. And at this point with this news, it's like, why play? Why grind? Why do anything on official servers when I'm literally in a few months about to lose all of this? You know what I mean? So it's just, I feel like on official servers, there are going to be just a lot of just heartbreak about what to do next. Like because it comes down to a point about why continue play, why keep raising these dinos when everything is about to get and then I could feel the same is going to potentially be done with a lot of modded servers as well. I feel like with a lot of modded servers, especially the server that I'm on, shout out to Forever Arc, that is just like, okay, well, we're not highly populated on these servers, so we might as well move our servers, or we might as well close these servers down here and reopen our modded servers on Ascended, because that's where everybody's going to get more people to join the servers and be part of the community, which could happen. So a lot of modded servers and or a lot of unofficial servers could be making that switch as well, which will leave Arc 1 behind. But Ascended should be a way better, more polished version of Arc, with it being on Unreal Engine 5, with a lot of the kinks and issues that we had with meshing, cheating, and all of that stuff being gone and thrown out the window. So this is kind of like I don't even know how to word it. I don't play on official, so, you know. So I mean, if you play on official, how does that make you feel? Leave your thoughts and stuff down below. If you play on official, knowing that the servers are closing down, how does that make you feel at the end of the day, having to start completely over and a game that you have loved and been putting so much time in, knowing and realizing that it is coming to an end? It's that you will either have to make the switch or you're just SOL. How does that make you feel at the end of the day? I think that there's wildcard should do something to really soften this blow when it comes down to this, because a lot of people are going to be upset about losing their progress and everything that they put time into. So I feel like at least giving the passes or trying to work harder to release the passes earlier and giving them out for free could become a more positive feedback onto the community, with already on top of having to buy it and then turning around and having to spend like $90 to play a game we've been playing for 5 years plus or whatever, having to rebuy all of that, spending $90 just to play an updated version of Arc. And yeah, that's kind of where we at. Me personally, I'm just, my thing is, I'm just iffy when it comes down to the passes. I mean, it feels like I'm getting Ascended for free. I'm purchasing Arc 2, which I was gonna do anyway. I'm looking forward to the crossplay. I've been looking forward to that a lot of time. It'd become a lot easier for me to try to get some of my friends and stuff on to play, especially as being a streamer and content creator. It'll become easier to be able to put together a community for us to dabble and play on some servers and stuff. So I you know, there are a lot of pros and cons to this. I feel like, you know, we are gonna have to see. I'm pretty sure over time, this is just probably where they're starting at. We're gonna wait for another statement from the, hopefully it's an April Fool's joke, and Arc 2 is dropping in June. What's that doubt? But yeah, that's just kind of where we at. So we will see how things unfold. I'm pretty sure these price points won't stay the same for long. I feel like they're gonna reconsider some of this, and on top of it, I think we're getting another map as well. So, what are your thoughts? How did the roadmap make you feel? Will you be buying Ascended? I know that I am, and then hopefully a lot of you guys do as well. Want to be able to get a community together, and maybe we run a server, an official server, something like that. Yeah, but you know, there are a lot of good news and stuff to this. The cross-platform, highly looking forward to cross-platform modding is really good. Survival of the fittest updates and stuff like that. Really waiting to see that grow and get to where it's trying to get to. And then these quality of life changes as far as the queuing system when it comes down time to get into the server, especially when you get booted out, which was a huge issue on, you know, like a war going on your server, you trying to fight to get back in, you got somebody watching, you know. So a queuing system is huge, a ping system is huge. So there are a lot of things that with this, the changes and everything that they're doing, which is going to feel like Arc 1.5, something to really hold us over for the next year, because it damn near would take everybody a year to get back to where they were. And so it's a new refreshing feeling when it comes down to Arc. So what are your thoughts? Leave that down below in the comments. We will see if they release an update regarding any of this. I might make another video on it. I just, you know, felt like it was just something to talk about. I am looking forward to it, I guess. So we will grind and we will see where we go. It'll be a step back, but it'll be refreshing because there's a lot of Arc I didn't experience. So being in these populated servers, and that's just something that I really wanted to do. Some of the best days of my Arc play was when I first started as a bop. So with like going back through that, especially like if I'm with my tribe, or if I'm like with my old tribe, or if I'm with, you know, a new group of a community that I put together, it'd be a real refreshing and good feeling to feel, whether I play unofficial for my community and then do official for, because I ain't nobody got time to waste 7 days to raise no gig. That's too much time. I'm too old for that. I'm too old for that. But I'm looking forward to it. So let's see. Let's keep updated. Let's cross our fingers, you know, toes, whatever you can cross, and hopefully that they make the changes they need to make to help us as a community feel better and hype us up for the future of Arc. Thank you all for watching. Do not forget to get the like, comment, subscribe. It costs nothing to give a little bit of love. And I catch you beautiful people next time. Doses.